Hi everyone, my name is Christy and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you 5 makeup hacks that you might not know yet. So these are 5 of my favorite makeup tips and tricks that I have learned along the way. So I have this series on my YouTube channel here where I try out a new makeup product every day. And I just surpassed 1,000 days. So that's 1,000 makeup products, 1,000 videos. So I actually have a giveaway up on my channel right now that actually ends tomorrow, Wednesday, November 4th. And it's for a $100 Ulta gift card to celebrate 1,000 days. So I'll have that video linked in the description down below if you have not already entered that giveaway. The video is my review of the Laura Sanchez Moods eyeshadow palette. So it's safe to say that I have been playing around with makeup a lot for the past few years. So, without further ado, let's get into my first tip because you may have noticed that I only have one of my eyebrows filled in right now. And that is not the tip. The tip is not only fill in one of your eyebrows to enhance your face shape. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I just already went ahead and did the trick on one of my brows. So can you tell what the trick and the hack is? Well, it's actually to use 2 different brow pencils. And this is how I fill my brows in every single day. I use 2 different brow pencil colors. So you know how that Instagram baddie brow is to be like sparse, a little bit less filled in at the front of the brow, and then it gets to a more full point on the end. Yeah, it's really hard to do that with just one brow pencil, in my opinion. So I have found a very easy way to give that illusion that I just lightly filled in the front and then filled in more towards the tail. But really, I am just using a light brown at the front and then a darker brown in the tail, and I love the effect of it. So it's basically an ombre brow. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill in this brow here for hack number 1 of using 2 brow pencils. So the first brow pencil, the lighter brown that I'm using, is from Il Makiage. It's Brow Pen in the shade Latte. Unfortunately, this Il Makiage brow pencil does not have a spoolie, and so I'm just using the spoolie from my other brow pencil that I use, which is the Wet n Wild Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Soft Brown. So I just spoolie and brush through the brow hairs, and then I take the light brown and I fill in the front here. I kind of square off the shape because my brows are definitely lacking in the front here. And then I just fill in the rest of my brow, fill in basically my natural shape, but I'm still filling in the entire brow with the light brown. And then I'm taking the spoolie again, brushing through that, and then I'm taking the darker brown and just starting about halfway down my brow and only filling in the tail here. So it helps enhance the shape of the brow and it gives that ideal amount of filled in look to the brows to make it look a little bit more natural, I guess. I just love how this looks, and this is how I'm going to be doing my brows for the foreseeable future. So that's all there is to it. Quick and easy, and I just always finish off my brows with a clear brow gel because I have long brow hairs that I just want to keep in place. And this also does help make the brows look even more natural. So I use the Wander Beauty Frame Your Face Precise Brow Gel in Clear. I feel so much better having both of my brows on now. And now you don't have to look at me looking a little crazy with just one brow filled in. So let's move on to hack number 2, which this is something that I was so surprised by when I first learned. So here you have a classic lipstick. This is the Joa, just twist up, beautiful pink shade. It's in the shade Seoul Sista, just their classic lipstick tube. But the hack here is that there is bonus product in the top here. Yeah, this color on the top of the lipsticks, which so many different brands have this, it's actual product in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some. And there we go. Who would have thought that there was actual product in the tops of these lipstick packages? But it's an accurate way to show the color. And there we go. I can get more of a subtle tint of the lipstick since I just applied a thin layer with my finger rather than applying it right from the stick. Okay, tip number 3. And yes, I did remove that lipstick because I have another lipstick hack coming up. But for tip number 3, it's a highlight hack. So I'm just going into my Viseart Fury 6 Absinthe eyeshadow palette, and you really can use any colors for this. This is just a palette that I've really been enjoying lately. But this is a hack that I do on my channel all the time. So what I have learned is that when you're gonna go do your eyeshadow look, go from the brow down. Everyone does their eyeshadow and then they go in last step with the brow highlight. But no, my hack that I have been doing is to apply the brow highlight first. So what I do is I just take the highlight shade and I just use my finger. I don't even worry about being precise, and I'll show you why. So I just am taking the brow highlight shade and I'm applying a lot. I am doing a thick highlight there. Oh, I love this sparkly shade. Just highlighting right under the arch of the brow. But I'm not worried about the shape of my highlight because since I've applied it first, now when I go in with my crease transition shade, it's gonna blend right on top of where I applied the brow highlight, and it'll create the perfect shape to highlight underneath the brow. So just like I normally would, I'm picking up my crease brush. I'm gonna go into this matte brown shade, and I love a matte brown in the crease because it creates a contour shadow effect, which is really enhancing to somewhat hooded eyes, which is what I have. So here you can see I'm just blending this matte brown right into the crease, a little onto the brow bone, and then the highlight shade is right above that in the perfect shape, perfect transition. I don't have to go through that whole process of blending out my eyeshadow perfectly and then being like, wait, I have to highlight my brow, and then just going right on top of all of that blending work. So with this hack and this technique, you get that perfect transition on the brow bone. And this is a hack that I learned from following a dollar store eyeshadow palette instructions. I was just trying out the eyeshadow palette in one of my videos and I was like, oh, I'm gonna follow the instructions on the back, even though this is pretty much in an opposite order of what I normally do. And I loved the effect of it and I have not turned back since. So are you ready for hack number 4? I am, and it is a contour hack. For this, I am using my Kenya Ontiveros Beauty Set and Define Kit. So this has a few different shades of contour and it has a bronzer shade, which that's another tip. When you're contouring, you don't want to use an orangey, shimmery shade because that's not going to look like a contour. A contour is supposed to look like a shadow, like pushing that area back. So I make sure to use a matte brown shade, and I'm just gonna do my normal contouring. This isn't the hack yet, but I just go ahead and contour the cheekbones. I go along the forehead and along the face. I switched up my brush because the other brush wasn't quite dense enough. So yeah, contouring along the hairline, under the cheek. That's not my tip, but if you didn't know that already, there is a bonus hack for you. But no, my hack for contour is to contour under the jawline. So, you know, if you've got a little lack of a structured jawline like I do sometimes, you can fake it by creating a shadow underneath the jaw. And I've seen this before with other people, but sometimes it seems like people don't know this hack. And you know, I'll be watching a tutorial and they'll be going to do the contour and I'm like, get that jawline. Don't forget the jawline. And they forget the jawline. And it bothers me. I just feel like it makes such a difference. So I just take that contour shade and go under the jawline. Snatch that chin. There we go. It's like magic. Even when I go like this, it's still kind of defined, right? I hope that the video does not pause when I'm making that face. Same thing on the other side. Make sure you blend it so that it's not streaky, but you've got to contour under the jaw. Okay. And hack number 5 is another lipstick trick. So it seems like the trend these days is fuller lips. I know that I personally want my lips to look fuller. I don't have lip injections or anything like that, but I have ways to fake it and help make my small lips appear bigger. So one of my favorite ways to do that is to take, you know, your regular nude lipstick. So I am taking MAC Satin Lipstick in the shade Mocha, and I'm just gonna apply this all over my lips. La-di-da, normal, normal. And you're probably thinking, all right, your lips don't look any bigger. But okay, here's where the hack comes in. Next, you pick up a lighter lipstick. So here I have e.l.f. lipstick in the shade Party in the Buff, which does my hack number 2 come into play here? It does! There's bonus product in the end of this lipstick as well. But so, what you do is you take the lighter shade and you only apply that to the center of the lips. And then smooch your lips together, blend the shades. Sometimes I take my finger and just tap at the edge. And it creates this ombre effect that gives the illusion that the lips are a little bit poutier, a little bit bigger. And I feel like it's subtle and unexpected enough that you don't really notice that I'm wearing 2 different color lipsticks when you first look at me. So there we have my 5 makeup hacks that you may have not known, but now you do. So I would love to know in the comments down below what your makeup hacks are, because I think it would be really fun if I made another video with the hacks that you all tell me about. So let's all share our makeup secrets and help each other out. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, learned something new. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video.